Yeah, that's a new tool bag I got for the front of the bike because, well, the tool bag, I think a mouse ate it. Anyway, I got a leather this time. The other one I had, this thing's been on here 30 years. I actually patched it up with, I don't know, some vinyl over here. I got this on there. Then take it off and swap it out. I just figured I don't really need it. But I don't like the way it just looks kind of crappy, you know, because the bike is not, it's not really a bad bike. It's not a primo looking bike, but mechanically it should be freaking really solid. But I'm going to pull this off. I always keep my lock in there. And that's one thing. And I think there's little vice grips. What the hell's in here? Some tools or some shit. I think it's a little pair of vice grips. What the hell's in there? I gotta look. But I double sealed that up with plastic bag, and just got a buckle on here or some crap someplace. And you know, I'll save this because this damn thing, you know, you can always use this for something, even this leather strap. So that's why I save everything. It's like white, and you're like, I gotta buy a new one, right? And by the way, this Confederate flag back there, it's kind of a, when I get off the bike, I gotta put my foot more forward because when you swing your leg around, it hits the damn pole. So gotta get used to that. So, but I like it. I got one up here in the front too. You can kind of see it behind the windshield. See? Oh. Well, the bag's installed, looks good. I've got to buckle it up, but I put, this had a little pair of vice grips, a tire pressure gauge, a stubby screwdriver. I think that's it. But what I do is I triple bag everything because stuff gets wet, and then the water sits in here, even though it, well, this one, it don't come out. Water gets in here, man. I sprayed it down with Kiwi already, a whole pile of that Kiwi waterproofing. And I always put my fork lock, that thing right there, which goes in, you know, your fork, right there. You can't see it, there, right there. You see those two tabs. That's my fork lock. And pull this crap off of here. I got this from J&P Cycles. J&P. I got signed up for the gold membership because, you know, you buy enough stuff that should have got it a while ago. I think this was about $25-26, so it's pretty cheap. It's I think it's about 10 inches wide, 4 inches high, or 4.5 inches high, and 4 inches deep. Pretty good size. You'll see what it looks like after buckled up. It's gonna look good. But you know, the thing is, my other one is was patched up, and I had that's this thing here. It's been on there 30 years. This was plastic. You see I patched it up down there on the bottom. I think a mouse ate it. You can see that strap was half broke, was really just about broken. I put a zip tie on it. I put a zip tie around the whole thing. This was an official Harley Davidson thing. I'll probably save this though, because you know, I can always use that emblem for something. Hang it up on a wall in here someplace, you know. It's good for something. Well, it does look good, and what's convenient about it is I can shove the lock in under here, and I can pull it out real easy, see? And just shove it in there, you know, when I'm riding. Yeah! Because I don't feel like unbuckling that and buckling it every time I got to freaking shove the lock in there and take it out. So that was one advantage of freaking keeping the lock in there. So yeah. Anyway, that's cool. Glad I got it because that thing the bike doesn't look bad, and it's a pretty good bike. But you got this tool bag on there that's all held together with plastic zip ties. It's freaking got a hole in there with a mouse ate it. Shit. It just it's a freaking 25. Yeah, you should change it, you know. What the hell? It's been on there freaking 30 years, which is about 29 years. So onward and forward. And I'm glad I did that. been busy as crap. I got to take this bike out some more. I did take it out several days ago for a couple hours with that flag, riding with the flag on the back, and riding with my SCVMC patch. Right now, tonight, I'm probably gonna lift up the back of the sailboat and get it up on the blocks better. I gotta keep doing stuff, because it's like, if you don't, it's one less thing that's got to be done, you know. So this is just one less thing that had to be done. I got this stuff in there for the changing the engine sprocket in the primary over there, and the primary chain, and I got the shoe clutch, the shoe for that goes along in there, and the whole spring, the adjuster spring for the primary chain, plus a small bearing for like a clutch bearing, and a couple, so the seal, of course, and the shift shaft seal, and also the O-ring for where the clutch cable goes in there. But I put a little bit of AT205 reseal in there, and when I checked the oil last time, it was full. And since the primary chain's got a little more life on it, I'm not going to freaking, you know, I better change that right now. You know, it should be okay. So that's a future project. So everything on the bike is actually should be damn good to go. I don't think there's any problems at all. So, and when I took it out and I tried it with the gearing, this time and last time and the time before that, when I changed the rear sprocket from a 48 to a 46 tooth, and I already changed the front one. I've always been running a 23 tooth in the front, which is for highway. A lot of people say you can't really run a 23 in the front with a 46 in the back. It's way too much highway gearing. But I had no problem starting out with first gear with this motor, because it's not just the 1200. It's got some goodies in it, mainly those valves and stuff and a little minor head work. It pulls nice. And this thing, so even though it's a little Sportster, it can, with the gearing and 1220 over, and, you know, the Baisley valves and Anders cam and all that, the S&S rods and stuff, balanced for high RPM. This thing can probably cruise down an interstate, you know, at 75, 80 miles an hour, no problem. And keep up with the big bikes, even though it's just a Sportster. Or, you know, it's good for a Sportster, man. I like it. It's got the big tank on it. See the big Mustang tank? Right there. One of the caps is fake, the other one's real. 3.8 gallons, so back when this thing was new, there were 2 gallon tanks. So that's almost double fuel capacity. That was one of the first things I changed. And yeah, I put a Confederate flag on the oil filter too. I clear coated that sucker. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put another sticker on here. I can't show it on YouTube because it's a little bit X-rated, but it's a devil lady, you know, in a pose. It's going to go on the, I'm going to put it on the battery cover right now, as a matter of fact. Can't film that because it'd be X-rated, you know, but it ain't that X-rated, but, you know how they're getting, right? It's like a cartoon devil lady, you know. So, I'm going to put one of them on there. Probably put a couple more. Probably put one on top of the gas tank and one on the bottom of the fender, the back. Because, we're running the Hell Riders, man. That's what I really, you know, I tell you honestly, I got out of freaking riding this shit because I get sick of the freaking games, everybody playing Harley Davidson. Hey, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's like, soon, you know, everybody, what are you wrenching on your bike? Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm working on it with a freaking wrench. You know, I mean, but what inspired me to get back into it, because you know what, nobody's doing it, is the rebel flag. Right now, that's so damn politically incorrect. It's like the old school Harley used to be. That's what's really motivating the shit out of me for freaking riding again. That flag right there. Tell you the truth. Does that mean I'm an outsider? Yeah, it sure does. 100% independent all the way. Over now. And by the way, I swear to God, I don't know if you can get away with this, but I'm always thinking about putting a holster set up in here and drilling a hole through here so I can put my 1851 Colt Navy black powder behind this thing, and you can be riding and you can just pull the trigger, you know what I mean? Let out some flame and smoke. But I don't know where you could do that. probably have to be out in the open field someplace, but boy, that would be a shitload of fun, wouldn't it? And considering you're behind this, you don't have to worry about the black powder getting wet or anything too much, right? Yeah, me loco. I know.